It's live draft time. Week number 6 draft right now, midday. And we're going to do one tonight as well. We didn't do one last night, so we're doing two. A double sesh today. Live drafts, week number 6. File on in. Hit that link that's in the description of the video. Hit that link that I'm dropping right now in the live chat. That link right there if you want to get into this week 6 battle royale. $5 entry. Underdog Fantasy will double your first deposit up to $500 for a limited time. Up to $500 for a limited time. Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. So get on over to that link that I just dropped. It's in the live chat. I'm gonna pin it right now. It's in the description of every video. We didn't do a draft last night, so we're doing a double today. We're doing a midday draft. We're doing a freaking graveyard shift draft. We're doing 2 draft sessions today. Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Let's go. Start now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live!
Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Live whenever news breaks. Live at most graveyards. Last night we had a little bit of I'm sorry about not being able to go live. A little bit of a situation, so I had to take care of that. But we are definitely doing one tonight, and we're doing a second one or a first one right now, and the second one will be tonight because I want to make sure we make up for not doing one last night. So I apologize for not being here to draft with you last night. We will make up for it, and we're getting into one right now. So click that link that's in the live chat. Let me pin the link right now. Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. That link has been pinned. If you want to get into this draft, you'll want to click that link right now, and they'll double your first deposit. Actually, yeah, so Underdog will match your first deposit, double your first deposit up to $500 for a limited time. This will be $500. They'll let me know when they're ending it, but they extended it, and I don't know how much longer it's going to last. So make sure you click the link, and they'll double your first deposit up to $500 for a very limited time. All right, we're going to get into this Battle Royale, so swipe over until you see the $5 Battle Royale week number 6 entry, okay? Then you're going to click on that. Don't hit the green button yet. We're going to jump in together in T-minus like 1 minute. We'll let people file in real quick. We got super chats coming in. I'm going to answer those as we draft. This is the, I believe, 4th card. So when you pull up the Underdog app, you're going to swipe over on the main lobby on draft tab over to the 4th card. Battle Royale Week 6, $5 entry, $300K in prizes. Click the green button now. This is 6 rounds, 6 drafters per draft. We'll do several of these because they go really, really quick. As you can see, this is it. This is how fast the draft's going to be. 6 people in each draft, 6 rounds. There's no bench. You're drafting a quarterback, a tight end, a running back, a wide receiver, and then I believe a flex. Let's see, what is it? Let's go to it's 1 quarterback, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, 1 running back, 1 tight end. Your boy got the first pick overall.
Mashed potatoes!
Yeah, buddy.
We're digging that. We're going to town with that one. Who are we taking? Are we taking little Christian McCaffrey or Tyreek Hill? I'm very tempted here to go. Boy, maybe I will go CMC with this one with Deshaun Watson out and just absolute. I don't know. It's going to be a blast fest over in Cleveland. Hey, Laundromat Jack, I don't know if you're doing the laundry in the background or if that's the show. Turn that down for me, please. You got 30 seconds, pal.
Hey, Smitty, just some questions for lineup. Do you like Zach Ertz, Kyle Pitts, or Jake Ferguson most this week?
Probably Fergie.
I have one other question.
Probably Fergie. But that's a tough one. I mean, those are, you got I don't know. Fergie, I guess.
He's playing the Chargers, and my friend's a Charger fan. He's like, Derwin James is going to be on him all game. I wouldn't play him, but
he's just petrified of Ferguson. He's like, we're just going to blanket Ferguson. Let's double team Ferguson the whole game.
One other question. I need to pick up a defense. I have to drop either Deontay Foreman, Jalen Warren, or Jeff Wilson Jr. What do you think?
Deontay Foreman, Jalen Warren, or Jeff Wilson Jr. You can't put Jeff Wilson Jr. on IR or anything like that with your league.
I have Devon A-Chain on IR.
Okay. I mean, the problem is, who's the first one? I don't want you cutting Warren. Foreman?
Deontay Foreman.
So the problem
Warren.
is Foreman's going to have a good week, but if you're not using him, he's not going to be worth that much the next week, most likely, unless he like goes crazy and they're like, we're going to give him the start for the next 3 weeks, which could happen, but in the realm of possibility. But the problem is he could have the best week. You're cutting the guy that could have the best week, but if you're not using him, I don't know that it matters. I think Jalen Warren could eventually take 50% or more of the Pittsburgh Steelers starting running back job, and given you have Achane, I want Wilson. So that's a tough situation to be in, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to sell one of them, but it's just a 10-man league, and people just don't want to trade for guys like Deontay Foreman. I don't know.
I hear you, bro.
But hey, I hope everything went well. I don't know what was going on.
Thanks, pal.
I hope everything's good.
I appreciate you. Laundromat Jack, to the moon. Later, pal.
To the moon.
All right. So far I took Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, Calvin Ridley. I like it. I feel pretty good about this squad so far. Tyreek Hill, ETN, and Monty's a very good trio. Everybody's going to have good teams, right? Chase, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Walker, Mostert, DJ Moore, Fields, Cooper Kupp, Jalen Hurts, and Block is on the clock. I love these 6-man drafts, and they're quick. We're halfway through it. We're already exactly halfway through the draft, and I love that because then we can roll with another one. These are probably my favorite mid-season drafts right now. And if anybody wants to get into the next one, just click this link right here. It's also pinned in the live chat, but I'll drop it in the live chat. The link is also in the description of the video. And now let's get to some of these super chats. First super chat of the night is from Alex, or the midday is from Alex. Alex, appreciate you dropping the first super. You get a standing ovation per usual.
Let's go, mashed potatoes!
That's my boy. Alex coming in with the first super says Fields against the Vikings or Hurts against the Eagles. He plays the Eagles, or he plays for the Eagles. Hurts. I think I'd probably go. That's tough, bro. I mean, look, I think Hurts is a tough player to not start. You know. Hold on one second. I'm on the clock here. Laporta. I think I'm gonna go Laporta and. We'll go Joey B. Okay, so right now my team, I like this team a lot. I like this team an awful lot. Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, Calvin Ridley, Sam Laporta, Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow. Feeling really, really good about that quad. Who are we talking about? I'm talking about Jalen Hurts. Yeah, bro. I don't know. What's the chat think on this one? Are you gonna go Hurts this week, or are you gonna go Fields? Yeah, we're doing another one. We're doing a multiple of these. They go so quick. That's why I love these. We can just blast through them. Are we going Jalen Hurts, or we're going Justin Fields? I think Justin Fields does have quite a nice little outing. I do believe he will have such a nice little outing, but DeMarco Murray or Spears, probably, or DeMarco Murray. Why did I say DeMarco Murray? DeMarco or Spears. Sorry, I'm really tired. I had a long night last night. Fields, Hurts, Fields, Hurts. Pretty dead even. Got to play Hurts, says owner Sam. I agree with Sam. I think that this is one of those things where you've got a lot of trade value in Fields, and no offense, Alex, but I think you're punting your opportunity to trade Fields on the ultimate high. And I think trying to sit on this, and I know you might say I've tried, but not executing on a trade right now in a league where I'm almost positive one or two owners could easily use Hurts, you're potentially punting an amazing opportunity, my guy. An amazing opportunity. I think I would probably right here. Where do I go? I do feel like Debo's going to bounce back. I really do. I think Debo's going to have a day. I'm going to go ahead. I got 85 points. I got third highest projected points, I guess. 88 from this guy. Matthew Stafford, Etienne, Monty, Hill, Puka, Evan, Ingram. I like my squad. Joe Burrow, McCaffrey, Bijan, Ridley, Debo, Laporta. Feeling pretty good about that team. All right, let's get into one more. Battle Royale week number 6. Click it. Click the green button. I'll wait about 4 seconds because of the YouTube delay, just to make sure we're getting in the same draft. Click the button. Go to board view. Wait for the pick to be decided. I'm going to go Jalen Hurts, but you need to make a trade, bro. You needed to make a trade a long time ago. Okay. How do you feel about Foreman this week? I think he's a pretty decent play, Kane. And Alex, trust your gut. I mean, Fields could have a field day. Fields of dreams. Fields of glory. Fields could have a day, but I just don't know that I'm sitting Jalen Hurts. I just feel like he has the ability to do so many different things, and the offense is. But you got to trade. You've got to trade. You got to trade one of them, and I would trade Fields right now while his value is massive, bro. Is a spectacular trade right now. You could get even if you went and got a wide receiver like freaking Devontae Smith, or something, or Achane and Debo or something for your Fields. Like, figure it out, bro. Go get creative. Go get Achane and a wide receiver like Waddle or Debo, or someone of that level. Go get Lamb or Devontae Smith or Cooper Kupp straight up, or Chris Olave or Ridley or St. Brown injured. Everybody says he's still banged up. Like, figure it out. You can't just let Fields sit on your roster and ferment. Kane, how do you feel about Foreman? I start Foreman as like a 10-point guy this week if you need that. I think he could have a decent day for sure. My Bijan, Flowers, Gibbs for Hall, Olave, McLaughlin. Bijan, Flowers, Gibbs for Hall. Hall, Olave, McLaughlin. I'm going to take Hall, Olave, McLaughlin because you're just getting a ton of value there, even though I love Bijan. I'm on the clock here. Let's go Mostert. That's crazy I'm drafting Mostert this high. Fields, so good, Ryder. Look, the Jets are a tough matchup for Hurts, but it's not like Hurts. It's not like Hurts is like not going to be able to score. AJ Brown, Etienne, Puka. I'm just going to start taking the best player available in this one. I can't really stack or do anything crazy, I don't think. All right, we'll leave it there. Bijan, Flowers, Gibbs. Yeah, as much as I love Bijan, Hall could hang with him, and you're getting Olave, so I'm going to do that side, Jared. Appreciate your super chat. Traded Higgins and Osborne for Achane. I could definitely do that. I love that trade. That trade Smitty approved easily. This one's from Ian. Ian says, Smitty, you like Brees against the Eagles or Devontae Smith against the Jets? I'm going to go with probably... Man, that is a tough one. Chat, can we get a vote on this one as well? Brees Hall or Devontae Smith, both tough matchups. They're facing, they're facing each other essentially. Boy, I guess I would go. I mean, the thing is, like, the Jets can't shut down everybody, right? So AJ Brown has been firing off. He's the focal point of the defense. So I think Devontae Smith will break free, break through, get something solid. I think that Brees Hall is capable of any carry at any moment, at any time, of breaking off a 50, 60-yard run. I'd probably lean Devontae Smith if it's PPR because I think he's going to get his regardless, even if he has kind of a struggle bus game. But man, that's tough. That's tough. The chat is saying Breece Hall. I think it's so close. In PPR, I would go with the PPR guarantee of Devontae Smith personally. But that's me. And the chat obviously is disagreeing slightly. Puka, Ridley, what do I do here? I guess I go with good old... let's go with good old Puka Nacua. I'm gonna make a diverse, very, very... I don't want to say unorthodox team here, but like maybe very... very solidly different than anything I would normally build, because I want to have variation. I've got Mostert. Let's go Tua Tagovailoa here. So we've got Mostert, we've got AJ Brown, we got Puka Nacua, we got Tua Tagovailoa. Go back to board view there. Amari dropped by 12K on Yahoo over React. I mean, Thomas, I think that you have two schools of thought here. Amari DeMarcado is either a player that we thought was going to be, and this news came after the waiver wire shows and everything, that Ingram was just all of a sudden vaulted to the number one running back spot on the Cardinals depth chart. But keep in mind that Amari DeMarcado is a guy they've been pushing into their workload. Like, they've been trusting him. Hey, third downs, catching the football near the goal line. They've been working him in. He's been gaining more and more work. Now, granted, Ingram's been injured, but Ingram's done nothing. Unless he's been in closed-door sessions looking like a monster and they know what they got in him, I don't know if this is more of like a procedural smokescreen. And on top of that, it's like, even if he's the starter and he gets, like, let's say, a lot of the between the tackles carries between the 20s, like, DeMarcado still feels like he's probably getting most of the good work. But who the hell knows, bro? It's definitely a confusing situation. But if I had to start one, I'm starting DeMarcado, not Ingram. But I could live to regret that statement. But that's fantasy, and it's not like this is an easy call whatsoever. All right, we're gonna go Devontae Smith here. I know this is a tough matchup, but I just can't avoid that value right here. And now we need a tight end. We're gonna go George Kittle. Okay, so feel pretty good about that team. My team so far is Tua, Mostert, AJ Brown, Puka, Devontae Smith, George Kittle. We'll get into another one in 1 second. Thank you for the question, Thomas. There's no answer. There's just, it's ambiguous right now. It's very, very cloudy. We don't know what DeMarcado is going to do. We don't know what Ingram's going to do. We don't know what it means. We're all guessing. We're all left guessing. Tough to know. Tough to know, my broski. Walker, Laporta for Aaron Jones, McLaurin, and Ferguson. Walker, Laporta for Aaron Jones, McLaurin. The Walker-Laporta side crushes the other side because Aaron Jones and Walker are similar, and even Laporta crushes Ferguson, McLaurin. So that's an easy trade, probably the easiest one we've been asked so far tonight. Young with a super chat. Your boy's getting projected for 82 points. We got J-Rob getting projected for the high with the Hurts, McCaffrey, Amon-Ra, Waddle, Addison. Okay, nice. Jump into another one. Click the green button. I'll wait 5 seconds because of the YouTube delay and jump into the draft right now with you. And we'll just keep rolling with these Week 6 $5 best ball drafts where we all draft together as a community. Young says, what's up, Smith? Trade Ridley for Watson and Ramondre. I would say that makes sense if you need to, you got to make a change and you need depth and you need to take a freaking gamble on Ramondre, but I would rather not make that trade. I'd rather not make that trade. 0.5 PPR, trade Kyren and Thielen for Devontae Adams. I think it's very even. If you needed a running back, I could totally get behind the Kyren side. If you needed a wide receiver, I could totally get behind the Devontae Adams side. That is the definition of an even Steven trade. I think Adams has a tiny bit more value, but that could change with one more big game out of Kyren. I think people just are like, what's going on with Kyren? So definitely would see either side being even. Trade DK and Nico for Ridley and JT. I take Ridley and JT and I run away from the veto police that will be after you very, very quickly. Draft starts in 2 seconds here. Rank these tight ends Week 6. Kmet, Pitts, Logan Thomas. I'd probably say Kmet, Logan Thomas, Kyle Pitts. Even though I'm excited that Kyle Pitts was used for the first time, it's still not necessarily something that we're feeling like ultra consistent or confident about. Okay, I got two $20 haulers from my boys KC and A1. So let me put these on screen. I got to do a set of curls here. We're back to curls today. Your boy's getting ripped. McCaffrey, let's go with Tyreek Hill in this one. Tyreek Hill. And then $20 hauler from my boy KC.
Alert. Super chat alert.
$20 super chat. $20 super chat.
Alert. Super chat alert.
9. Man, my arms are still sore from the last curl session. Let's see. I gotta change that camera angle. Hold
Super
on.
chat alert.
Okay. KC says you are the GOAT. No, you're the GOAT, pal. What changes, if anything, should I make with this 2 flex 8-man roster? Hurts, Lamb, London, Pickens, JSN, Downs, Sam, Bijan, JT. I love the fact that Achan's waiting in the wings, but we got to look at that for a second. Okay, so Walker, Hall, JT, Bijan, Alvin Kamara. You got a lot of running backs. You got solid wide receivers that are underperforming. So if it's me, let's see here. So while I think I'm doing a little bit of a reach here, I'm gonna try and assemble a certain build. This is tough, bro. I think you've got to trade one of your RBs for a wide receiver. So I'm probably more contemplating holding Achan unless you could get trade Achan for maybe a St. Brown and Olave, a Devontae Smith type of player. I definitely would consider that. I'm going to go Tua here just because I want to get this Miami Dolphin build here. So Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Tua Tagovailoa. So interesting little team there. I haven't built that yet. I don't think you can build the Mostert in addition to this. It's just not possible. Mostert's going like number 5, 6, 7. There's no way Mostert reaches back around. Not to mention that if you don't go Jalen Waddle, Tua, you might not get Tua. So I think the best you can do is build like the Tyreek Hill, Waddle, Tua, or the Tyreek Hill, Mostert, Waddle, Tua. You can't really get Mostert and Tyreek on the same team. But I like that squad here. Yeah, bro, unless you trade Achan for that, and I don't necessarily love that, but I don't hate it. I think for your team it makes sense. But you could also just trade, let's say, Alvin Kamara for one of those wide receivers. KC, I probably would do that. Your team looks really, really strong, and you wait on Achan, and he comes back, and you're still going to be deep at the running back position. $20 hauler.
Alert. Super chat alert.
$20 super chat. $20 super chat.
Alert. Super chat alert.
8, 9, 10. Oh, man. My arms are killing me from the last curl session, man. They're just still rocked. 4-1. Team is Justin Herbert, T. Law, Howell, Kenneth Walker, Stevenson, McLaughlin, Herbert, Lamb, Metcalf, Adele, Pittman, London. Trade offering Pittman for Charbonnet, but no luck. Love your show. Yeah, you do need Charbonnet bad. I mean, you could offer Tank Dell. You could offer London for Charbonnet. I honestly wouldn't hate that, to just lock it down. But your team, you got some upside. Maybe T-Law gives you some ability to... Oh, it's a 2QB league. Never mind. You want to keep T-Law. My bad. Kenneth Walker. Let's go. Man, do I go... Actually, you know what? Look, you got to look ahead on these things. Look at the guy with the 2 RBs already. I'm going to go Laporta here. I'm going to go Laporta here. Because I don't think he's not going RB. And now I can get my choice of Kenneth Walker or Kyron. I do like both of them. I guess I'm going to go Kenny Walker here. So my squad is Tua, Kenneth Walker, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Sam Laporta. But yeah, man, I would definitely be looking to do like London or something for Charbonnet. But okay, so you got to keep your double quarterbacks here. Stevenson, Walker. Man, I don't know. This is tough. I would say like you're a candidate to go get Achane. You're 4-1. Go get Achane. Go get JJ. I think you're a candidate for that. Would I trade like an Addison and Pittman or Addison and McLaughlin for Achane? I absolutely would. London and McLaughlin. Would I trade Stevenson away? I don't know that you can afford to. You could bank on McLaughlin, I guess, for a couple weeks, just getting 7 to 8 to 9 points or something like that. But I think Achane would be a fantastic go-get for you, given you're 4-1. Personally, that's what I would do. Other than that, I don't know how you're going to make that team win the championship, just to be completely honest. You're asking my honest advice, and I think it's a tough one. Kyron's still there. Let's go Kyron. I like this team. I almost took Kyron with that other pick. I was almost regretting not doing it. Tua, Walker, Kyron, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Sam Laporta. I love that one. And has us all pretty even. 89 points for Luke. Hurts, Kamara, Jacobs, Cup, AJ Brown, Ertz. Nice job. Good squads. Okay, let's go back out. Click on the Battle Royale week number 6. Click the green button. I've got a YouTube delay, so I'm going to wait about 5 seconds, and then I'm jumping straight into the draft as well. Join me. We're going to keep doing it, and if you miss out on one, just jump into the next one. Slayer says Keaton Mitchell season. I think eventually he's going to get work. We don't really know at what point the volume's going to be there, but we definitely want to stash the man if we don't have the dire need to use him right now, but there's definitely risk in using him. But like stash him, yes. Full PPR Ayuk or Godwin. Thank you, Slayer. I'm gonna go Ayuk in this one. I hear the weather isn't good in Cleveland. Lions versus the Bucks, a shootout, says Thomas. I mean, trust your gut on this one. Godwin's definitely a safer play, probably, I suppose, but I think I would probably start Ayuk. I like Debo more in this game because I think Debo could run the ball and be utilized a lot. So I do like Debo a lot. But yeah, I mean, bro, weather's hard to figure though, because people say bad weather. And as long as there's not a lot of wind, we just have to check the wind in the morning. I'm not concerned too much about weather because weather can subside. It can come and go. And sometimes you hear weather and you look at the field. You're like, what? Swift for Achane. No, you need to get... Achane needs to be bought cheaper than this. Swift is a very, very good RB. And I'm not saying I don't love Achane, but 4 weeks of Swift, I don't think you want to just throw that away. But it's not a horrible idea. I mean, especially if you could get something back. But I think typically if you're getting Achane, you want to get a player with Achane so that you're like fighting up against that player. Like, let's say you're giving up let's just say, let me look at the player list here. Let's say you're giving up a Josh Jacobs for Achane, and you get a Nico Collins back with Achane or something like that, or even better than that. Let's say you get a actually better yet, let's go with a wide receiver like DJ Moore. Okay, who we like. So I think this makes it for a good. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me just see. Mostert, McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill. Probably gonna go with Jamar Chase here. So let's say you're giving up DJ Moore, who we like, and you're gonna get back a Waddle and Achane, or a Christian Watson and Achane for DJ Moore. That one even works better, because Waddle and Achane is probably hard to imagine, but Christian Watson and Achane for DJ Moore is very doable. And the way you're looking at that is Watson can hold his own against, probably not going to outplay DJ Moore, but he could. And then you have Achane sitting there. That's how you do that trade. You know, I don't think you do the trade any other way. I think that's how you do an Achane trade. I messed up here and took the super chat off. What was this? Was it not Kwani? AJB and Jones, Kirk, and DeMarcado for Kelsey, Garrett Wilson, Pacheco. AJB, Aaron Jones, Kirk. AJB, Aaron Jones, Kelsey, Garrett Wilson, Pacheco. I probably lean toward AJB and Aaron Jones, not Kwani. Just because I think Aaron Jones is going to be very, very good. Who do I have so far? Jamar Chase. Let's go ETN. Okay, thank you very much for your super chat. Senior Rojo says, Keaton Mitchell is activated. Who do I drop between DeMarcado, Kincaid, and Warren? Probably Kincaid for now if you don't need Kincaid. But you want to monitor him. You want to make sure you're on top of this thing, because the moment he kicks into high gear, I think he still will be very, very, very good. $20 hauler from KC. Yet another $20 hauler.
Alert. Super chat alert.
$20 super chat. $20 super chat.
Alert. Super chat alert.
8, 9, 10. Appreciate you, KC. KC's my personal trainer. Today. KC's my personal trainer today. It's a keeper league, 1 drafted player, 1 waiver wire pickup, and I plan on keeping Bijan, then Achane in the 10th round next year, so I got him off waiver wire. So do I really want to move him? No, you don't. I mean, those details definitely help. Yeah. So I guess, KC, let's pull up your team again. Let's pull up Casey's team again. Let me draft real quick. So we got ETN and Jamar Chase. We'll go St. Brown. So we got Jamar Chase, ETN, St. Brown. So your team is Hurts, Lamb, London, Pickens, JSN. You're 4-1, or what? No, what are you? 2-3. JT, Alvin. Okay, so this is the one where you're just loaded at RB. So yeah, trade Alvin Kamara away. I keep Walker. He's off the bye week. Bijan, I think, explodes. Hall, I like on the rise. I'm trading Alvin Kamara for one of them wide receivers, broski. Let's go Kyron here. So I got Jamar Chase, ETN, Amon-Ra, Kyron. And let me just go back real quickly and pull his team back up. Yeah, I think I just want like one of those wide receivers like Olave, St. Brown. I mean, St. Brown specifically for Kamara would be really nice. If you had to throw something small in on top of that, would it be fine with Alvin for Puka? I would do that. That's fine. Puka's playing that good, bro, that you shouldn't have a problem with Puka Nacua for Alvin Kamara. Some might, but I don't think. I mean, do I worry they break him? I do, but bro, that's not bad. That there's a lot of people that would take Puka Nacua. Start flex Ahmed, Gainwell, or Dell. If Dell's potentially out, so I guess I go Ahmed if Dell is out. If Dell was to play and a miracle, you would start Dell, I think. But I don't know that that's going to happen. $5 hauler from WRM. 10-man, 2 flex, 3 and 2. Tua, Cup, CD, Bijan, JT, Ingram, Waddle, Collins, Laporta. I like the team a lot. T-Law. Any moves? Also, I think that's Hubbard or Ramondre. I probably go, look, Hubbard's safer. Chuba Hubbard's safer, but so if you need safety, go Hubbard. I think he gets like 8 to 10 points. But your high risk, high reward is Ramondre. And so you just got to decide if you want that or the safety, you know, because Ramondre could get you 3 points or it could get you 18. Would you trade Ridley for Achane and Smith in a millisecond? I would. WRM in a freaking millisecond, bro. Okay, Ingram. I'm gonna go Burrow here so I don't miss out on Burrow. My team so far: Burrow, Etienne, Kyron, Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra. And now I have a tight end left. Casey, appreciate you again with the super chats. And I think, again, if the chat disagrees, please, you know, speak it here. But yeah, go ahead and drop it. Puka or Alvin Kamara. Okay, Jordan, easily best stash going forward. Get him. Jordan Madison. You talking about Jordan Madison? Oh, I'm on the clock here. Let's go with Cole Kmet here. Pulled it off. Got Christian Watson for Brian Robinson. Jeez.
Got him.
I love that, bro. Absolutely love that. Fantastic. Yeah, thanks, Ron. I'll send you a DM. Appreciate you. Okay, we're gonna do another one. These go so quickly. Everybody, the link is in the live chat. Underdog will double your first deposit up to $500 by using code Smitty or the link that's dropped in the live chat pinned or the link in the description. And so, yeah, head on over to Underdog Fantasy using code Smitty. They'll double your first deposit up to $500. Limited time. Hit that link. Do it live. We're not done. These go so quick. Let's see who. I'm just going to look at the top scoring team. I'm not going through everybody's team each time. Top scoring team. Tua, McCaffrey, Kamara, AJ Brown, Ridley, Pitts. Okay, I like it. And your boys' team, this is mine: Joe Burrow, Etienne, Kyron, Chase, Amon-Ra, and Cole Kmet. Let's jump into another one. We're going to the Battle Royale, week number 6, $5 per entry. Click the enter button and jump in. Thank you, Chester. Appreciate you. Let's go. Let's do it live. We got another super chat here from Melvin. It says start Bucks or Jags defense. That's a tough one. I mean, the Jags are against the Cardinals, right? And then the Bucks. That Bucks game is going to be interesting. Detroit. I'm going to say give me the Jags defense. I don't think the Bucks are. I think Detroit's going to do well. All right, here goes another potential Tyreek or McCaffrey team at least. Melvin, thank you for the super chat, Melvin, but I'm going to go Jags D, baby. I think the Jags have something special brewing right now. They're firing on all cylinders. The team is humming. I think it's going to get kicked off. Thoughts on Kyron? I think Kyron's going to be fine. I think Kyron, they love him. Think about McVay. McVay doesn't dial people back. He just hasn't had like quite the, I guess, how should you say it? The same opportunities as he was having, but that doesn't mean they're not going to feed him. It's just things are going to get back on track for Kyron. I think Kyron's also maybe hit like a little bit of a wall of being, just thrown to the wolves, and I think he kind of refreshes here, like almost like rookies hit rookie walls. I think rising up players that aren't ever full workhorse guys for a while, they get a little worn down, but if they push through and stay healthy, they bounce back pretty quickly. Rank these for this week: JSN, Spears, DeMarcado, Ingram, Keaton Mitchell, Ahmed. Probably, even though the matchup's tough, probably Spears, then DeMarcado, then Ahmed, then Mitchell. Only, unless we hear something like Mitchell's going to the freaking moon by the team versus just being activated, then we'll probably switch directions and say put in Mitchell immediately. But we're still kind of in standby on that, but he needs to be stashed and held for sure. Mitchell is a very, very good stash play. But I think Spears probably. But I do like DeMarcado a lot. I think DeMarcado is definitely a good player. Roger says play Kyron. Young says Smitty, Jordan. Did I say Madison? Of course I meant Mason. I'm on no sleep, bro. I don't know why I said Madison. But yeah, Jordan Mason. I don't know. I mean, look, Mitchell's. I don't know that Jordan Mason's a good ad, but you don't know what that rotation is going to be like. I think, yeah. AJ Brown, Brian Robinson, or Bijan Robinson. My team so far is Tyreek Hill. I'm going to probably go with a reach here again and take Waddle. And I'm going to reach again here and take Tua. That way I can have the stack, because I think it's going to be a nice little day. Never getting notifications. Well, AC, no offense, but this is your own fault, because on my Instagram, see these little circles right here? It says merch, highlights, live shows. I have a channels circle. If you click that, then there's a going live channel that you could subscribe to for free. And it sends you push notifications on IG, as long as you're following me and you have your notifications on for me, that you'll never miss a live stream live. So go do that, AC. Do it live, pal. Anybody else that did? In fact, I could probably drop I'll have to get it later. I can drop the link and put it in the description of the videos too. But definitely want to click that and get subscribed. That way, if you don't get a notification from YouTube, you will be notified. Yeah, we only have 177 people in here, so I have a feeling nobody got notified. I mean, this is a light live stream. 177, 73 thumbs up. Can we punch the 73 thumb up number to about 150, if you don't mind? Those are rookie numbers. Cunningham promoted to the active roster. Yeah, if you need a super flex quarterback, Malik Cunningham eventually will be starting games, and he's their best quarterback on that Patriots roster. That they could actually potentially win games with him. Tua, Tyreek, Waddle. I'm gonna go again with, I'm gonna go with the good old Kyron Williams. And I'm probably going to go with Deebo Samuel in potentially some weather, right? And I think they run him. They throw to, I think he's the guy that gets a lot of work. So Tyreek, Waddle, Tua, Kyron, Deebo. Loving this team so far. Probably my favorite team for week 6 that I've built yet, because I just love the combination of them all. I think Deebo does get fully utilized. I think Deebo does bounce back. I think they run with him. I think there's a lot of opportunities for Deebo. YouTube notifying. Yeah, what they do is they decide for you whether they think you're getting too many notifications, and then they don't want you like getting annoyed and turning off notifications for the app. So they take it upon themselves to be like, oh, he goes live too much, and they don't really understand the niche, you know. Yeah. I would, let's see here, 0.5 PPR, would you trade Amon-Ra and James Cook for JT and Hopkins? Amon-Ra and James Cook for JT and Hopkins. It's pretty close, bro. It's pretty tough to say on that one. Amon-Ra, James Cook for... Oh, is it again? Amon-Ra and James Cook for JT and Hopkins. Probably JT and Hopkins by a hair. But that's assuming JT, you know, rises quickly and assuming Hopkins stays playing well. Zach Ertz. Oh, this could be where I screw the entire team up. I guess I'm gonna go Ertz, but I don't love that tight end selection there. Thomas with a $10 hauler. Thomas to the freaking moon. Thomas, appreciate you, my guy. Thomas says 10-team PPR, 1 QB, 2 wide receivers, 2 flex, 2 and 3, 1, 2 straight games, 3 trades later. Fire. Guys, jump into the next one. Battle Royale, week number 6. Click the green button now. I'll wait about 2 or 3 seconds because of the YouTube delay. Fields, CJ, Amon-Ra, Waddle, Watson, Dell, and 4 more to begin so we can all get into this one. Jump in. Not all of us, but 4 spots available. Everybody, shove in. Foreman, Spears, must drop 1 after tomorrow. Appreciate it. Drop 1 after tomorrow. After tomorrow, I mean, you'll be able to see if Osborne's worth holding. You'll also be able to see if Foreman does nothing with the starting job, then you're going to drop Foreman. But I do believe that, you know, it's only between Osborne, Amari, Demarcado, and Foreman. So you'll be able to decide, you know, which one doesn't do anything you can safely drop. I mean, not that Osborne won't be solid, but you don't necessarily need him. But doesn't hurt to have him. But with short benches like this, I don't blame you for letting him cut and bait. But if Demarcado does nothing and Foreman gets the job to himself for the whole week and he does nothing, which I don't know that will happen, you know, but Roschon's coming back. But I think you got to make this decision tomorrow. But look, you got a good little squad going there. I love that you have Fields and CJ to back him up. If CJ goes nuts, you might have some trade bait. Not that you love trading away your backup quarterback, but it's not a bad option, you know, when you're trying to beef up your starting lineup, but you take a little bit of a risk doing that, you know what I mean? Appreciate your super chat, Thomas. Thomas to the freaking moon. We got a $20 hauler from MCF coming in strong, and your boys on the clock at the same time. We're going Tyreek Hill one more time, and we're doing a $20 hauler and a 10 set pump.
Alert. Super chat alert.
$20 super chat. $20 super chat.
Alert. Super chat alert.
6. You know, notice how slow I'm going. 7, 8, 9, 10. This one here from MCF to the moon. MCF for the $20 hauler. I can't thank you enough, pal. MCF to the moon. Got counter JJ for Herbert, Garrett Wilson after offering Herbert and Keenan Allen, Wilson, Hopkins for Chase. Okay, so got counter JJ for Herbert and Garrett Wilson. After offering Herbert, Keenan Allen, Wilson for Chase. Okay, he's thinking about it. He's got Cousins, Chase, Rice, Downs, 1 and 4. My wide receivers are Keenan Allen, Wilson, DJ, Hopkins. I have Fields. Okay, so yeah, I definitely would take JJ for your backup quarterback and Garrett Wilson. I think it's a smart move for you. There's not very many go get JJ trades I'm going to recommend, but when you're using a backup quarterback and you've got Fields and you feel confident in that, that is the way to do it. That is 100% the way to do it, and really the only way to do it. So I like it, bro. I think you're doing good. I continued to do this little Miami Dolphin stack. I don't know if it's wise to continue. You know, I think I'm gonna alter plan a little bit and go Monty on this one. ETN, Puka. And right here, I'm going to go Tua. So Tyreek Hill, Monty, Tua. I like that combo a lot. So yeah, bro. Hopefully he does this trade. I love Garrett Wilson. I hope the tide changes for the tide changes for Garrett Wilson. But if it doesn't, I mean, if JJ comes back, you're gonna be balling. I will say MCF. I think there's a stronger chance than people will realize that JT may not, or JJ. I keep saying JT. JJ may not return. Justin Jefferson may not return. There's still a strong possibility that it goes down like that. But I do believe you're not risking much in your lineup, so why not take the chance? But MCF, you're one of the few people I would say go get JJ. I just think that if the Vikings lose like 2 or 3 of the next 4 games, and then they can't rush him back even then, it's like, why bring him back? And he's going to be thinking about his long-term health. Who the hell knows what happens with Kirk Cousins at that point? Trade Nakua to receive Lamb. Honestly, Nakua's safer. I'm going to say no on that. As much as I love buying low on CeeDee Lamb, I don't know that that's the best move, and I think the chat would probably agree. Chat, can we vote on Puka Nakua or CeeDee Lamb? I just think, why go away from something that's working in Puka Nakua? He's guaranteed so much. Is Pollard overrated? No TDs. I mean, I wouldn't say he's overrated. I think he's being misused. So the question is he overrated, Brady? That's almost speaking like about his talent level. His talent level is a top 5 running back. Is his fantasy value overrated, I guess is what you're trying to say. I would say there's some concern. I think there's some ability for him to be a great buy low and be a top 5 running back go forward. And so there's that camp. You could be in that camp. But there's also almost an equal argument that we're worried about the Dallas Cowboys offense and the state of things in Dallas. And could they continue to phase him out in certain quarters? And by the end of the day, it's like he doesn't have the numbers he should have if this was a Kellen Moore-led offense that was potent, throwing the football down the field and being magnificent. It's kind of annoying, frankly. Let's go Sam Laporta here. So it's a great question. Stafford stuffing Puka's face with targets, says Scully. Puka. Puka by a mile, says AC. I'm saying Lamb. Puka easily. Appreciate you guys all. Okay, let's go with a little... What's my team look like? Tua, Monty, Tyreek, Laporta. That's really good. This is probably my best team yet for week 6. Do I go Kenneth Walker or do I go Devontae Smith? Do I go DeAndre Swift? No. Breece Hall. Those are all tough matchups. Let's go Kenny. I'm going to go Debo again. I'm just banking on Debo having a good game. This could burn me. I like Walker a lot. I was very tempted to go Walker there, but I'm going to go Debo here. And I just think he's going to have a big game. So Tyreek, Monty, Tua, Laporta, Debo. I cut that one close. I almost timed out big time on that one. John with the $2 hauler. Jerome Ford or Chuba. Probably Chuba is safer. Jerome Ford's tough to navigate this week. Does anybody have an instinct to go Ford over Chuba or Chuba? I feel like Chuba is just safer. Like it could have backfired, yeah, but like, are you gonna kick yourself after? I don't think so. I think you're gonna be like, yeah, this is the right move. Olave, don't trust the Jets offense with Zach. I like Olave actually. I think everybody should be trading for Chris Olave. People are just hating on the guy. Nakua, DJ Moore, you got yourself a trade problem, not a lineup problem. You're going to get this wrong every single week. Puka's safer. DJ Moore's higher upside, maybe, because obviously he's the lone guy, so he could get more targets than Puka. Puka is safer, though. Puka is more guaranteed to get you like 15 points, and DJ Moore is going to get you 5 or 35. So you got to pick your poison there, my guy. You know what I should have did? I should have went Walker, and I bet you Debo would have been left. I think Mike Evans is unrestricted in this game. I do like Olave a lot, though. Damn it. I'm gonna go Mike Evans in this one and just go a little bit unorthodox. I'm trying to think outside the box and not just stick to a. So Tua Tagovailoa, Monty, Tyreek, Debo, Evans, and Laporta. I like that squad. Let's do one more for fun. Hit that Battle Royale week number 6. Punch it. Do it live. We've got 2 super chats. Amy, appreciate you. Says who to play. 1 flex, 2 wide receiver. Okay, one flex, need 2 wide receivers. London, Palmer, Collins, Thielen. Okay, so 2 wide receivers. I'm going to say Thielen and probably Nico. And then Monty. If that's Kyron Williams, though, I don't know if that's Javonte. If that's Kyron Williams, you've got to start Kyron Williams. So Monty, Kyron, and probably, if it were me, Nico over Thielen. So I don't know if I have that right, but if it's 2 wide receivers, it's going to be Collins and Thielen. So those are your wide receivers. Your flex would be Monty. Yeah, so you can't even start anybody else. Okay, yeah. Do I pick up on waiver wire to play Chuba, Deontay Downs, Osborne? Not over Monty. Monty's a home run. Absolute home run. Smash. Like, great job. Good team. Would I pick up those guys anyway? Probably not. Not over any of those players. I appreciate your question, and hopefully I answer you properly. And those wide receivers, yeah, Thielen and Nico for me. But Monty, if that was Kyron, I almost feel like you got to make a trade because you can't sit Kyron or Monty. If that's Javonte, then don't worry about it. Monty was the play. Ayuk, Rashad White, London. This is a $50 hauler from Kyle.
Alert. Super chat alert.
$20 super chat. $20 super chat.
Alert. Super chat alert.
7, 8. Am I on the clock? Okay, I timed out. That's right. I got McCaffrey. Let's start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh. Kyle Howard with a $50
to the moon.
Absolute hauler, you monster, you. Ayuk, Rashad White, London, Chuba, or Foreman in the flex. Ayuk, Rashad White, London, Chuba, or Foreman. I can't sit Ayuk, weather or whatever the hell. I can't. Not of these options. Chuba and Foreman are maybe like safe plays, but I'm not sitting Ayuk. I just couldn't. You know, we'll check in the morning and everything, but Stroud or T. Law? Stroud's probably a tiny bit safer, but T-Law's got higher risk, higher reward, and I'm probably rolling with the T-Law Meister, bro. I think I'm doing it live. Mr. Q, $10 haulers get moonshots.
To the moon.
Gentlemen, and you get a moonshot. Burrow, Love. Okay, Burrow's your... Obviously, Love's on a bye, but Burrow's your starter. He's earned that job back. Bijan, Brees, JT, Achan, fantastic RBs. Hopefully you can start all 3 of those RBs this week. Ridley, Hopkins, Wilson, JSN. Hopkins and Ridley are your clear starters. 2 and 3 thinking to make a trade for a wide receiver. Let's cook one up. Monty, and let's go. Tua here. So McCaffrey, Monty, Tua. Woo! Kind of an interesting team. Burrow, Love. Okay, so team trade-wise, I mean, you could maybe bank on like a trade for a wide receiver using... Actually, you know what? I don't know that you need to make a trade for a wide receiver. I'm going to say stand down, bro. Your team, I like the balance of it. I like the fact that you got the RBs. As long as you can use 3 of the RBs, if you can only start 2 of them, then yeah, I would trade JT for a wide receiver. Or Brees for a wide receiver. Probably wouldn't trade Bijan, because I think he hasn't earned the value yet that you want to get in a trade. But if you start all 3 wide receivers, man, I mean, Wilson's a good play this week. Hopkins is turning it on. I would trade Hopkins for, you know what I would do? I would trade Hopkins and something that I don't see on your bench, at least, into a Devontae Smith, Waddle, Debo. I mean, you might be able to do Hopkins for Debo, Hopkins for Waddle straight up. But if not, give up a tiny bit to get Devontae Smith, to give up to get an Olave, to get a, Ridley. That's the only move I'm trying to make, is Hopkins to that. Past that, I stand down. That team is very solid. I don't want you messing with the lineup and tinkering too much with it, bro. I really, really like the team. I need wide receivers pretty badly. I really like Devontae Smith this week. I just think that A.J. Brown's going to be the focal point. And then I'm going to scroll all the way down again and do Debo. So my 2 wide receivers that I just took right now are fantastic, given I got to go Tua, McCaffrey, Monty, Devontae Smith, and Debo. Feeling pretty good about that squad. Thank you, Mr. Q. Appreciate you. Sorry, need 2 RBs, and it is Kyron. Then you're starting Kyron Williams and Monty, and there's just no hesitation whatsoever. Kyron Williams and Monty are fantastic. Both top 10 running back plays. There's no question about it. You're throwing Kyron in right next to Monty. And then if you're using 1 wide receiver, I'd probably go Nico over Thielen. I know everybody thinks Thielen's the best thing ever, and he's rejuvenated. He's a good second wide receiver. If you need 2 wide receivers on top of that, then go Thielen with Nico. But I'm starting Nico over Thielen. So hopefully that helps you out. I mean, I think that covers your bases there. Alvin Kamara just got taken. That's a good pick. Cole Kmet just got taken. That's a good pick. So what's beautiful right now is everybody's got a tight end so far. So that means that most likely, yeah, everyone is going to we're going to see, Kittle slide all the way down to my pick, and it would be crazy to take a second tight end versus one of these other great options. So I'm feeling solid that I don't think anybody could even take Kittle positionally. So Kittle to the moon. Smith was Sauce out and Reed. Ian Smith is going to have a nice day regardless, because this defense will be focusing on AJ Brown. Breece Hall, please report to the end zone. And I'm going to take George Kittle. So, wow, my team, 84. I'm surprised they didn't project me for higher than 84. The highest one was Roy, who had Hurts, Kyron, Tyreek, Adams, Christian Kirk, and Dallas Goedert. My team, I feel like, is the best team I've drafted so far today. Tua, McCaffrey, Monty, Devontae Smith, Debo, Kittle. That's a great team. All right, in the last super chat, and we'll be back tonight to do more drafting. We're to draft tonight. We're going to do maybe 10 of these tonight, or at least 5 to 7. $10 hauler gets a moonshot. Appreciate you very much, Steven. 12 team, 0.5 QB Goff, Bijan, Kyron, Bigsby. Wide receivers Olave, Ridley, Chase, JSN, Quentin Johnson, Ferguson. Do I trade Goff and Ridley for Burrow and Watson. So your quarterback's Goff. I would take Burrow and Watson over Goff and Ridley in a millisecond. As much as I love Ridley over Watson, and I do, Watson could hang with Ridley. Watson could be as good as Ridley. Not saying he will be. Not saying I'm drafting Ridley after Watson. I'm not saying they're even in the same round if drafting today. I'm merely saying that when you can make the justification and argument that Ridley and Christian Watson are close enough that you get me Burrow instead of Goff. And I know some might say Goff's not all that bad, Smitty, and I get that. But I'll take Burrow and Watson all day long, 100%.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Okay, so we are heading out for now. Guys, appreciate you drafting with me on Underdog Fantasy. If you want to draft tonight with us on Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty will get you there, okay? Use that link that's pinned in the live chat. Use the link that's in the description of every single video. Use code Smitty if you don't want to use a link, and you just download the app and it says, how did you hear about us? You put Smitty in. They will double your first deposit up to $500 for a limited time. Do it now. Do it live. Here's the link. I just dropped it again, even though it's pinned in the chat. There's the link. If you want to draft tonight, hit that link right this very second. And make sure you're ready to rumble for tonight's live stream, because we will be marathoning some of these week 6 drafts. Appreciate everybody dropping their super chats. Appreciate all the $20 haulers. Kyle Howard with the $50 hauler, by the way. Appreciate all of the $50 haulers and $20 haulers that we've had. We had MC, let's see. We had MCF with the $19.99 hauler. We had thank you, Ron Navy. Thank you, WRM, Melvin, all of you super chatters. KC with the $20 hauler. KC with another $20 hauler. A1 with a 20 spot. I mean, unbelievable. We had somebody else here with a 20. I know I'm missing somebody. I don't want to miss anybody. Let me scroll through it one more time, because I want to make sure I give these recognitions out when you guys are absolute freaking amazing people. All of you are. Even the $2 haulers, $1 haulers. They're all amazing. A1, appreciate that 20 spot, bro. KC, I think I got them all. If I missed anybody, please yell at me. Thomas with a 10. MCF with the 20. Howard with the 50. Mr. Q with the 10. Steven with the 9. Bryson with the 9.99. Is this a new one? Bryson, 10-man, 3 and 2. Burrow, Eckler, Pollard, B. Hall, Olave, Ridley, Addison, Kmet, Bench, Sharps. Any moves? I mean, you got Achane and JJ. I'm probably trading JJ. I'm keeping Achane. I'm trading JJ. Your running backs are off the hook, bro. Your wide receivers are phenomenal, but you could trade, especially that you have Addison. Trading JJ and Addison's more easy than trading just JJ. It's beautiful. So if you trade JJ and Addison for, I doubt you get a cup, but you certainly try. Then you go down the gauntlet of Ridley, St. Brown, and potentially like Lamb, Olave. And you could stop there and say, look, I'd just rather hold on to JJ. But to be honest with you, I just don't know how comfortable I feel. You could say that if JJ's out for the year, then Addison's going to be great. But I'll be very tempted to go get a St. Brown right now, who's coming off an injury and everybody's still petrified about him. And if you say, hey, I'll give you JJ, and they go, no, he's not coming back, then you say, well, I'm giving you Addison. And if JJ doesn't come back, Addison's value goes up. So you're kind of protected. I would be tempted to do that. You know, you're 3 and 2. You could wait. Your team is solid enough to wait. Addison's really good in this third wide receiver spot. So I'd say if you have any hesitancy of doing it, if you really believe JJ will return, then I would contemplate hanging, you know, and waiting and using Addison while you wait. But if you're feeling hesitancy about this situation and you think JJ gets shut down, then I don't know, man. I mean, Addison versus St. Brown, that's what it's going to end up being at the end of it all if you wait and JJ doesn't come back. Given you have Achane, and given you're 3 and 2, given how good your team is, I would probably make this trade, bro. I would probably trade JJ. And I would try not to trade Addison. Try to hold Addison. Try and trade JJ alone. Don't even mention Addison. Make Addison a throw-in if you've got to. But go to St. Brown, the St. Brown owner. Go to the Olave owner. Go to the Cooper Kupp owner. Cooper Kupp would be amazing. If you could give up JJ and Addison for Cooper Kupp, which, again, I don't know if someone's going to do it, but Maybe they need a quarterback. Maybe you throw in Stroud. Bryson, you throw in Stroud because they need a quarterback. You might get this done without using Addison. Then you get to start Addison if you need him and have the best of both worlds. I'll see you all tonight. Appreciate you all. Thank you for all your super chat support. Hit that thumb up button on the way out the door. Thank you. Live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, every single Monday through Friday. Senior Rojo says 1 for Flex, Charbonnet, JSN, or Jameson. Probably Charbonnet, but that's not a really good selection. But maybe Sharps gets in the end zone or has like a 50-yard run, or like you're probably getting like 5 points out of that spot. But I'd probably go Sharps. Appreciate you, Senior Rojo. Thank you all. See you all later. Let's go. People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed. Get breached.